Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. And if you saw last episode where we left off, we collected the last golden nugget where it gave us $1.233 million. As you can see, I took the $1 million back off. And you're wondering, well, there's an extra 20,000 there. That's because, where's that page? I've done some work today. So we got some field income, as you can see. So that puts us at 256. But also, if you saw last episode, there's a great demand for wool, and the sale was going to last for about 6 hours. And when I edited the last video, it was 8 o'clock in the morning when they hit. So at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that sale ends. So that's why we are at where the sheep are. And we almost got 2 full pallets of wool to go. Now, I'm hoping, because I did test, I should be able to get the pallets of wool in here. The question is, when I get down to the sell point, is the trigger going to see the wool in there and collect it? So, only one way to find out, and since we only got like an hour left, hang on a second, my mouse is acting all funny. I'll be back with you in a second here. Alright, now that I got the mouse all straightened up, I forgot the interactive controls and I was hitting Alt S to look at the seasons menu. But this could be pain for me to watch, or for you to watch, because I haven't done this in a while, doing pallets. But pallet number 1, and let's hopefully this works, because I don't know how to get the pallets back out if it doesn't. I think if I tip the tray, if this doesn't work, I could somehow tip the trailer over using the forks on the John Deere. Not low enough. That's because my fork pallets are at the right angle. So you can see we got 1880, and this one not quite a full pallet, but you know what? The high demand ends in an hour, so no time to waste. And instead of trying to get spend our money to get another trailer. And this is what I hate about the pallets. That'll work. Thank you. Hopefully this will work on the Joskin. Now the other thing I also saw, which I can't believe, well, I can't believe I'm stupid enough, but I could have bought a log grab for the front forklift. So the last episode where I was heaving these in, the logs into the back of the Joskin, I could use a log grabber, and I just hit the mailbox. Sorry, dude. I'll put it back in next time, I swear. I could use a log grab and put them in and probably got more money for the logs. But, that'll be for next time. So, and it may be worth doing it that way then. Because we cut down 3 trees and took me forever to load them. But, if I got a log grab, that'd be so much easier. And also, I'm going to try leaving the map off in the bottom left-hand corner for this episode. I'm starting to kind of learn where things are on the map. Getting used to it. I hope I'm going the right way for the spinnery, but we got an hour to get there in real time, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm hoping to get somewhere around 35,000 for this. Which at the beginning stages, that is great for the farm. I mean, the things that you try to plan out for the first year, I mean, I got out the 4 fields that we want to buy, that's going to cost us 250 grand. We don't have a harvester. And maybe like to get some cows started as well. But we don't have a loan, so we could always borrow 300 grand, so that would put us at 550 right now. So one day at a time right now. Okay, now is this the road to the spinnery? I believe it is. Yep. Moment of truth. Is the trigger going to recognize the pallets in this trailer? It does. It does. Did I lose a pallet somewhere? We lost a pallet. How is that even possible? This ought to be fun. How did I lose it there? Well, at least it's not too far. Let's drop that off. And the pallet's not facing the correct way, but I think I can get it hooked on to one. And instead of loading that into the trailer, we will take this right to the sell point ourselves. I'd like to know how it popped out of there. That is looking good. So what do we end up with on the sale of the wool? Am I going the right way for that? Yeah. Yep. 37 grand. Now that's one hell of a way to start an episode. Yeah. That certainly makes us makes me feel just a little bit better. I really am looking forward to the first time we cut grass as well. Only because I can see how much hay we have. And if it seems like we have enough hay, we may get right into the cows right away just so they can start producing milk. And maybe try to offset some of the midnight maintenance fees that we have. I am loving this John Deere that we got in the first episode. I think it was the first episode. May have been the second. I may have held off on it right away until I made sure our money situation looked good. Try to ride more in cab on this map because the way the tree... It is, to me, I love the way the map is laid out right now, the way the trees are, but if you ride out of cab in third person, not the best of views, I'll just say that. And yes, you can probably already tell I'm steering with the keyboard. I don't know what it is, I just don't feel like hooking up my G27 steering wheel and doing it, never have with FS, don't know why it is. But I sure as heck ain't doing Euro Truck or American Truck without my steering wheel. It's nice to see the temperature outside getting up. We need that ground temperature to get up closer to 50 so we can plant our fields. Both of them. A whopping 2 of them. One thing about this tree layout, though, it's hard to see around the corners. I think we can just put the joss skin... I think we'll put it right in this, this hanger. Don't need it for now. Wish I could see the post. I think I'm going around it. You wait a second, dude. Really? You want to honk your horn at me? Wow, the driver's in the... I can't turn my car because of you. Yeah, my car. I was like, how come I can't turn my tractor? Let those guys go. The AI on this map is just a little bit different here. I cannot back up in first person. And I'm stuck. There we go. Finally. And it's not too dirty, but let's go up here and we'll wash the John Deere. Because we can. I think I got all the windows closed on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go... I found a nice, decent, flat-ish field. We're going to take some jobs there, and I'm going to do some jobs and to get some more cash. But yeah, even though we got 300 grand, we still need, especially when we got to go to cut grass. Where are we? So we got to buy, oh, not over far enough here. So yeah, we got to buy a tedder. And since we got the Lely mower, I think we'll just go with the Lely tedder. And might as well get this one here. It's not that expensive. But then, of course, then we'll have to get a windrower. And of course, I would like to get the Lely, but that's going to be way too big for up here. And the price is kind of a kick in the pants to start with. So we'll start with the Kuhn. So yeah, there's just about 60 grand right there. And of course, don't forget, we still got to get a baler, which I keep thinking about getting the round one. One, it's cheaper. And two, because I don't have any of the DLCs from Farming Sim, I can't wrap grass to make silage out of it. But really, the beginning stages, I need to bring grass down to the cow barn and start making silage that way for them. So we probably will end up... Of course, I could get the McHale baler, which is a mod, but I think we're going to get this one right here. So there's 160 grand right there just in grass stuff that we still need to deal with. I'm wasting fuel. So I'm going to bring the John Deere back down here. Got plenty of places to park it. And for now, I think we'll just park it right here. But that was nice to not get rid of the wool, but make profit on the wool. What field was I looking at? I think it's this one here. And this is the field I did before I started recording. I just worked in it, and I didn't bother seeding it just yet because the time of the year everyone's having me do wheat or oat. So I'm going to wait an extra day or two and see if I can start planting some other stuff. Let me know missions available. You just had one not long ago, dude. Alright. Was I at the wrong field? Wait a second here. No, this is the field I did with, oh, he already seeded it. Interesting. He didn't plow the field, but looks like he may have... Yeah, he already cultivated it. So in that short time, he already did all that. Well, change of plans again. Yeah. We'll start here, I guess. So all I did before I started recording and doing the sheep is I worked in this field here. And it was 12 o'clock. And I said, well, I'll bring you guys in, and we'll do the sheep, and then I got all this work I can do in that field. Apparently he couldn't wait. Well, that kind of sucks. Won't take us too long to spread some good stuff on this field here. $1,000 is $1,000 at this point. So what I may do after we spread this field, I may take a jump cut and I'll see if I can find a nice field to do some, like, maybe plow or cultivating work in. These fields up here with these farmers, I'm not too concerned about my getting the reputation up as high as I can the first year, because yeah, we're not going to have the money to buy all the fields at once, and if we did, I think that would make for a quick series on this map. I just can't believe it. In an hour he cultivated that, you know, he went ahead and cultivated that field. I wanted to plow it and cultivate it and fertilize it, but no, he couldn't wait. So I'm hoping in the next episode, or the next, let's see, what day are we on? Are we on day 3 of seasons of spring? I think we are. Hopefully on day 4 of spring we can, the ground temperature will get warm enough to we can plant our triticale. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Or is triticale, I don't know. I don't know why I want to plant that, I just do. This will be the first time I've done multi-fruit on FS17. Of course, I played on the base map when it first came out, and then I took a break from FS for a while, and then when I saw Rattlesnake Valley came out, I played on that, and that map did not have multi-fruit until sometime around last December. And of course at that same time Farmers Dynasty came out, and I got into that, and I took a break from FS, so I never really got a chance to do multi-fruit. So I'm interested to see what some of those, I saw what some of those look like on the Rattlesnake Valley map. I never got to harvest or plant any of it myself. And that ground needs to be 50 degrees roughly, and we're at 45. I probably could plant it right now and it'd be fine. But, you know, we might as well wait the extra day or so. It's not going to hurt us at all. We're only going to get one harvest in per season basically anyway, so no need to rush it. But I'm sure when comes time to harvest, like I said, we got to buy a harvester. We're probably going to have to dip into a bank loan. Just because, like I said, we got to spend $160,000 more to do grass for animals. And then, of course, we need to spend $250 on the fields that I would need. So we're up to 400 grand right there, and then I need a harvester and a header. And I want a decent harvester because those 4 fields we're going to buy, we are going to make 1 field out of it. So that's going to put us probably pretty close to the 600 grand right now. I'm not going to buy the biggest harvester for up here. The biggest harvester, like the CR10, that'll be for the big fields down below. I'll probably get like the Massey Ferguson. I don't think I've ever used that one. I always used to go for the CR10 because I like how the header becomes its own trailer. But the one thing I might have an issue with the CR10 is I modified the base game stats on that to fit Rattlesnake Valley, so I may have to go back in the XML files and readjust that, because I think the tank holds like 100,000 grains. Thank you, sir. Next time, can you not, you could have waited, about an hour and a half. That would have been great. So let me just take a quick jump up here. I'm going to just go around and see what fields look decent, and we'll do a couple more, maybe a job or two. And we'll call it an episode, but give me a minute to find something in one of these fields to do. Well, guys, it looks like we're down to pretty much seeding fields. I went around and pretty much everyone has cultivated their fields already. So I know we're at mid-spring, so must be everyone got impatient and said, well, he ain't coming around and do our fields, so let's do it ourselves. And actually the field we're working in, we've already got a reputation with this farmer up all the way, because those two fields by the sheep that we've done work for him already over there. So basically, yeah, we're just gonna, I don't want to say just get $2,000 for doing this, but I went to all the fields and they're pretty much all cultivated already. So we're pretty much at the stage now of doing work for other farmers. We're not going to get that much money for income. Of course, obviously you're going to get paid more for plowing and then cultivating, and less, well, cultivating and seeding probably pays the same, but the plowing pays a little bit better because it's a longer job. So yeah, I'm just trying to, so it looks like what I may also do right after we do this is not sure. What I may do is buy the log grab for the forklift for the John Deere. So and we might do that again next episode. Just do one trailer full just to see, by doing 3 trees and doing longer pieces of wood, which you should get paid more for longer pieces of wood if I'm not mistaken. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be greatly where like we're going to go from 3 trees where we got just a little over $11,000 to where we're going to get like double the money, but yeah. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. Like I said, we also need to plant our fields as well, and then fertilize them. You know, you got to get 3 stages of fertilization on it. And our seeder, I haven't really looked at it, but I'm sure it doesn't also fertilize. And I also may do some quick math in between episodes just to make sure at this point, I think money wise for everything I want to do in the first season, we're going to be okay. Just that we're going to have to borrow probably the $300,000 out of the bank. But also that takes in consideration no income coming in from the harvest as well. So after we sell all the grain, we should be able to pay off some of that $300,000. But we got a few episodes to go before we get that far, don't we? And the other thing that may help a little bit, those big fields down there, I get to fertilize them 2 more times. So that'll be some income. I think I'll probably get maybe like $4,000 a piece. So 5 fields, got to do them twice. So that's 10 fields. At $4,000, you know. So we're, you know, you're looking at $40,000 there. So that's going to help. Every little bit helps in the first year, doesn't it? Here's a tractor. This is the Lamborghini. I only use it on one map, and that was on FS15 on Bjornholm. And I use it because if you remember in 15, We didn't have field missions like you do now. You had community missions, I guess. So you had to go to like a town square where there was a bulletin board and you can get random jobs there. I remember you could have to use to mow like a yard, deliver pallets. I'm trying to remember what other jobs used to be in FS15, but yeah, I used to have to deliver a pallet for someone. Yeah, I can't remember any of the jobs off the top of my head right now, but there was like 3 or 4 different jobs you would get. It'll be interesting to see when 19 comes out. First of all, I think a lot of us are just waiting to see a video of real gameplay, just to see what the new engine looks like that they're using. I mean, if you go by the pictures that they've taken, it does look a lot crisper, more dynamic. But those are just pictures, so we all want to see video, and I'm sure we will in due time. Since we assume the game's going to come out sometime in about 4 months. Is that right? July, August, September. Yeah, about 4 months. So one more pass, I do believe, and we should be able to complete this mission. Look at that, the perfect width. Almost. Sure, when I get down here, if I do have to get that far. Yep. Doesn't quite cover it, but we got enough. Thank you, sir. And you can see our reputation with him is pretty well off. Do you own this field as well? I bet you do. Where's the tag? There it is. Almost at the 300k mark. No jobs available. This field's only 60. I don't want to say only 63. Now you have a job available. That was quick. Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to do it just because it'll get us that much closer to the 300,000. But you're not going to watch me do the whole thing. It's like, I just watched you cedar the field, man. Don't do it again. Well, maybe you do enjoy watching the sound of the cedar. It's like the same exact cedar as well. Well, it's the same farmer, so if I'm using his equipment. At least this time we're using the Massey Ferguson, which is more appropriate for the region that we're in. Well, I shouldn't say that. I live in the northeast of the U.S., so I see Massey Ferguson's quite often around here because we do have a Massey Ferguson dealer. Actually, from my house, he's probably like 20 miles from here. Doesn't have the real big Massey Fergusons, but yes, he does sell Massey Fergusons. So I don't know if in the Pacific Northwest if they have Massey Fergusons. I would assume so. I want to kind of keep with what the region offers for vehicles. So like Massey Ferguson's, John Deere, New Holland, probably even some Fords as well, obviously. But I don't believe I have any Ford mods, but I may dig into that at some point when I get some free time. My free time is few and far between my real job and trying to make well, I do make a video every day. I'm going to try to keep that going, but I try to most of the time have 2 videos out per day, but that's kind of rough, man. But let me get cracking on this. I'll bring it back when I'm just about done, because you've heard me gibber off quite a while. At least I'll be able to take a break in between this cut, but when it comes back to you, it'd be like he's still talking. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Just about finished here. You can see the tiny little sliver in the pie. It's just about gone. Well, okay, and now that we're just shy of 300 grand. I'm sure I could get a couple jobs to do some fertilizations and all that. But while I was seeding, I also remembered, yeah, not only am I going to get to fertilize these fields, well, hopefully I can. Hopefully I don't miss them. When it comes time, I can also harvest them, and I don't know how much that will pay, but that should pay a pretty penny. Harvesting will take some time. And yeah, these are the fields that we should own when it comes time. Our rep with this guy is full, and our rep with this guy is just about full, as you can see. So yeah, when we harvest these fields, that should bring in, I would assume if I did all 5 fields, I don't know, I'm going to guess at least 100 grand of job income. I hope it would pay like 20 grand a piece. Maybe even more than that. I don't know. But that's a ways off as well. I could always sell the pickup truck for extra cash, because the pickup truck is something I don't think I will use. Let's turn this back on so I can jump down here. But yeah, when we cut, we got a kind of a decent sized grass field there, so we'll make some hay bales out of it, and we'll store some for the sheep and for some cows as we get. But also the Total Mix rations, really, there we go. The one I used to have for the cows used to call for grass. This one here calls for hay, which is fine. As you can see, silage, straw, and hay. So that's, and of course pigs, I'm not going to worry too much about that because of that right there. Potato and sugar beet. So, yeah, and also corn. That just requires a different header, which is not that big of an expense. But yeah, so when we do the grass, of course we're going to make, all of it is going to be hay. And we'll get some bales for the sheep. And we'll probably, I almost said the pigs. We'll probably maybe get a couple cows. And what category does that fall in? Because I usually give them grass. So it's silage and hay. So that'll work. So we'll probably feed them hay. And then, you know, we'll start getting some milk here as well. At first, we will just have the milk sell at midnight. As you can see, there is a milk collection, and of course, if you go to the sales, all right, let's go to this. Where are we? Sales here. There we go. There is a sell point for milk here, and in the description for this map, it does say you should turn off the automatic sale of milk at midnight. And I got the mod to put a sign up that will stop the sale. I haven't tried it yet, so I do have a mod for that. And the second time that we mow the grass in the year, if we should get two jobs. Should get 2 cuts out of it. We'll bring the we'll just leave it as grass. Bring it down here, and make some silage, so we can feed the cows, and make some Total Mix rations out of it as well. But a lot to go to get this farm up and running the way I would like to see it happen. But yeah, look at the money total, guys. We're up to 300 grand, which is great, and we can borrow 300,000. So I think we're gonna be all right for the first year to do what I want to do. It's nice to see the air temperature get up higher. That ground temperature is just stuck at 45 though, and yeah, we needed to get to 50. This is stuck there, but maybe by the 5th and 6th day. That's a quick turn for our harvest, man. This triticale grows pretty quickly. Interesting. So if I plant it here, is it going to be ready here? So I may have to get a harvester sooner than I thought. Yeah, most of the fields are wheat, so yeah. That's going to come quicker than I thought. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to show you, because all of a sudden I remembered I had it, but if you go to front loaders here, way at the end, I said there's got to be a log fork, and there's a log fork for that. So yeah, I don't have to use my basketball skills and weightlifting skills, which is basically zero at this point. I can load logs up that way. So, and it's only $800. I think we can afford that. And maybe we'll get that and hook that up with the John Deere, go up to the forestry area, cut down 3 trees, and see if I can do it faster. And yeah, that'll bring us in 12 grand every trip down. That'll be worth it. So we may have to try that. But yeah, like I said, that's going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate you watching as always. Hopefully the video was enjoyable for you. And I will see you on the next episode of the Pacific Northwest. Until then, have a good one.